How you doing, people? Robert here, AKA Robess Anti Scotland. This is a fines enforcement update. As people are aware, I went to Glasgow Sheriff shithole on the 22nd of the 4th, 2025 and lodged documents within the Sheriff Court, within the Fines Enforcement Office. I've now got a response. I got the response a couple of days ago. I've not had time to deal with this, but I'm dealing with it now. It's from Glasgow Sheriff Court Fines Enforcement Unit, right? For Robert Sproul, my address, everything's in all capital letters, people. So it's the person, it's not the man. It says, under the Criminal Procedure Scotland Act 1995, Section 216, subsection 3, subsection A. Citation to attend inquiry. 2. Robert Sproul, all capital name, the date of birth for the person. Date the financial penalty imposed was the 5th of December 2017. The total amount of financial penalty was £200. Payment to be made on or before the 5th of March 2018. So they were going back a good few years, people, right? Then it's the account number, outstanding balance, £200. Then they've highlighted on the document date and time of Fines Enforcement Court, the 9th of June 2025 at 10 AM. And it says below this, in respect you have received a financial penalty as shown above, that you're in default of payment, and that the outstanding balance of the financial penalty shown above. You are ordained to appear personally at the time and date shown above in Glasgow Sheriff Court, Sheriff Courthouse, Carlton Place, Glasgow G59DA, for an inquiry under Section 216 of the Criminal Procedure Scotland Act 1995. There's a scribble, it says Clerk of Court, there's a scribble. Tells you the email and the telephone number. Then it tells you notes. If you fail to appear personally at the court may issue a warrant for your arrest. If you pay the outstanding balance before the inquiry court, it will not be necessary for you to appear. Office of the Scottish Information Commissioner, that's what, if I'm not happy with that, what they're saying, I can write to them people, but they're part of the fraud, they're all private corporations. It says, yours faithfully, Jai Houston, Fines Enforcement Manager, Sheriffton of Glasgow and South Kelvin, Glasgow Sheriff Court Enforcement Helpline underneath in the email. Now, firstly, the all capital name is for the person, the fiction. I don't have an all capital name, that's a Crown copyright name, and they manipulate the name. They say that if I don't appear personally, then they might issue a warrant for my arrest. Right, I say my arrest, because the person can't be arrested, because the person only exists in paper. But I will be there by special appearance, people. I will not bow down to this nonsense. I will go and fight with this and challenge it, right? Tells you if you pay the outstanding balance, then you don't need to go. I'm paying no balance, right? So let me be clear on record. And this is for all the numpties in Glasgow Sheriff Court that's following me on YouTube and TikTok, right? Because I know there's a power he's watching what I do and how I do it, but he's just still as dumb as shit. I will not be paying any financial penalty, right? So I'm clear and for it on public record. And I will not be doing any slave community service, right? So I don't know what the other option is. There is only other one option, but that's going to be hard because I've got a lot of paperwork to put on people. I'm precise with my paperwork. I keep it low key because I know what I'm doing. Because when you put all your paperwork everywhere, as you see with templates for sheriff officers and debt collectors, it can come back and bite you, because they said about putting following templates on the internet, get solicitors, all the bullshit, right? But I'm not getting into that. So on the 9th of June 2025 at 10 AM, I'll be at Glasgow Sheriff Court. What I might do before that is put a video up, because I'll be looking for maybe people to turn up at the court, and I'll tell you the reason why. I will not be going in the dock, as they call dock, the box, right? And what might happen is they'll come out with a nonsense failure to appear. So if I've got witnesses there, men and women, seeing me get in there, and also the camera evidence will pick me up on in there, so they can't say that a man didn't appear. The person will not appear, only the man will appear, and that's myself, standing here talking to you about this here. I'm sorry that I've not done the update before now. I'm just busy with other things, people, and it's brain strain, a lot of brain strain. So I'll be getting paperwork ready, not just now because I want to get it nearer the time, then I'll serve it. But what I'll do is I'll update you again once I've lodged the papers outside the Glasgow Sheriff Court, let you know what's happening, and then we'll take it from there. I've also did a Freedom of Information request. I also get that back at the same time I get this, but I wanted to focus on this first, and then I'll do the Freedom of Information request. You'll find this interesting, people, because they've kind of contradicted themselves in the letter, right? Plus the fact they've manipulated the name from the old capital name to Robert, capital R, lowercase, Sproul, capital S, lowercase. So they're manipulating the name. And as I tell you people, time and time again, the old capital name and the name I've just described with the upper and lowercase, that's Crown copyright. Tells you on the legal extract of the birth certificate. So they've copyrighted the two names. But my name is Robert Sproul, right? And I'm making a superior claim to that name because it was given to me as a gift from my creator, my mother, right? So let me be clear on that. I can call myself Robert Sproul in any amount of different formats, right? As long as I do not commit fraud, right? You can do that. But what's happening here is they can't do that. And the reason they can't do that is because they're committing fraud by criminal conversion of the name, a copyright name that's nothing to do with myself, because I wasn't aware that that certificate was created when I was created with my mother, right? They're acting in dishonour and they think that they can bully people. And I know what people say, if you turn up at the so-called court, you're given joinder. Well, that's a load of nonsense, right? And I'll tell you the reason why, so people are clear on this. If you don't in Scotland, right, and I've got plenty of experience in this because it's happened to me numerous times, and I've put this to the test umpteen times, if you do not appear at their corporate place of business and rebut that you're not a person, then they will issue a fake warrant and they will come kick your door in and take you in. Sometimes people open the door and they take them, they bother. But remember this, and be crystal clear on this, people. They can never arrest the person. They can only arrest the living man or the living woman. And if there's anybody got a problem with that, I think I'm talking nonsense, contact me and I'll do a debate live, TikTok, YouTube, or anywhere you want to do it, and I'll shoot you down in flames. Because only the man or woman can be arrested, falsely detained and falsely imprisoned. That's a fact. And I'll verify that under a charge of perjury, as I always state in every video. Anyway, people, this is just a wee update for the fines enforcement. This is what they're doing now. They in the office and the fines enforcement can't deal with myself because I've already put a notice in there, as you know, and they've ignored it. And they think that they're going to ignore it, and they ain't going to ignore it, let me tell you, because they've got an obligation to answer what I've asked, right? Anyway, people, please share this information far and wide. Get this information out there. Let people see what's going on, and let people see what I'm doing and how I'm doing it, and they might learn something, right? As I says, nearer the time, I might be looking for some people to turn up. Don't think they'll let us into the court, all of us. They'll let me into the court because I've got to be there, but they'll shut the court down. But if I've got people there that can verify that I was in that building on the morning at that time, then they're all potential witnesses to crimes against a man, fraud within a public building. And the judge or the sheriff or a numpty can be held to account with the fines enforcement officer, because they're all working under the colour of law. They're not working in law, under the colour of law, which is no law. Alright, people, take care, be safe, and I'll speak soon. Have a good day.